As November arrives, excitement for cozy nights mixes with a familiar winter anxiety. The days grow shorter, the air turns crisp, and the first flakes of snow begin to drift down, blanketing everything in white. For many, it's a magical time: hot chocolate, fireplaces, and the anticipation of holidays. But for others, there's a lingering question: just how much snow could actually fall this year? Could it be enough to change daily life, or even bring a town to a standstill? Could this be the year your town is buried under a mountain of snow? Imagine waking up to find your front door blocked, your car invisible beneath a white mound, and the world outside transformed into a frozen landscape. It's a scenario that seems straight out of a movie, but for some communities, it's a real possibility. We've all seen dramatic images: cars and houses swallowed by snowdrifts, entire communities frozen in place. News headlines warn of record-breaking storms, and social media fills with photos of snow piled higher than street signs. But what does it actually take for a town to be buried? Is it just a matter of bad luck, or are there deeper forces at play? But is a snowpocalypse, 20 feet of snow, really possible for the average American town, or is it just a wild fantasy? Could the right combination of storms and cold air really turn your neighborhood into a winter fortress, cut off from the rest of the world for days or even weeks? To find out, we need to look at the massive, interconnected systems that drive our weather. From swirling storm systems high above the continent, to the subtle shifts in ocean temperatures thousands of miles away, every winter is shaped by a complex dance of natural forces. Predicting winter's severity is a complex puzzle, involving oceanic patterns, jet streams, and climate trends. Meteorologists spend months analyzing data, searching for clues in the shifting winds and changing sea temperatures. Even with all our technology, nature still holds surprises. This year, the clues point to powerful forces like La Niña and the Pacific Decadal Oscillation shaping the season ahead. These global patterns can mean the difference between a mild winter and one for the record books, with some regions bracing for heavier snow than they've seen in decades. Let's dive into the science, consult the experts, and discover which regions might actually face monumental snowfall. Whether you're hoping for a winter wonderland or dreading the next big storm, understanding the forces behind extreme snow can help you prepare for whatever this season has in store. When you hear a seasonal forecast, remember, it's less about predicting the exact weather on a certain day, and more about understanding the odds. These forecasts are built on probabilities, not certainties, and they're shaped by a complex web of global influences that reach far beyond your local weather report. Meteorologists start by looking at the big picture: global patterns that drive our climate. These patterns, like invisible threads, connect distant oceans and continents, influencing the weather you experience in your own backyard. One of the most important of these drivers is the El Niño Southern Oscillation, or ENSO. Think of ENSO as a planetary thermostat, flipping between warmer and cooler settings every few years. When meteorologists talk about El Niño or La Niña, they're describing shifts in Pacific Ocean temperatures that can ripple across the globe. When the waters of the Pacific warm up during El Niño or cool down during La Niña, they set off a chain reaction. The jet stream, a fast-moving river of air high above us, gets nudged off its usual path. This shift can steer storms, cold snaps, and even droughts across North America, changing the face of winter from one year to the next. For example, El Niño winters often mean wetter conditions for the southern United States, bringing more rain and sometimes even flooding to places that are usually dry. Meanwhile, La Niña tends to push the storm track farther north, favoring snowier, colder conditions in the northern states and drier weather in the south. But ENSO isn't the only player in this global game. Other climate patterns like the Pacific Decadal Oscillation and the Quasi-Biennial Oscillation can tweak these effects. Sometimes they weaken the polar vortex, a swirling mass of cold air over the Arctic, allowing frigid air to spill south and bring sudden cold snaps to unexpected places. To make sense of all these moving parts, scientists at NOAA's Climate Prediction Center use powerful computer models. These models simulate the atmosphere, oceans, and land, running hundreds of scenarios to map out the most likely temperature and precipitation patterns for the coming season. The result isn't a crystal ball, but a set of odds, a guide that shows where the chances are higher for a colder, snowier, or milder winter. These probability maps help communities prepare for what's most likely, even if the exact details remain uncertain. Behind every long-range winter forecast is a team of experts piecing together clues from around the world. It's a kind of global detective work, blending science, technology, and experience to give us the best possible outlook. By understanding these patterns and the science behind them, you can get a clearer sense of what your winter might hold, and be ready for whatever the season brings. This winter, La Niña takes center stage. NOAA predicts a strong chance of a weak La Niña, cooling Pacific waters and shifting the storm track north. That means colder, snowier conditions from the Pacific Northwest to the Great Lakes, with above-average snowfall likely in these regions. Meanwhile, the southern U.S. is set for a warmer, drier winter, raising drought concerns in already parched areas. But it's not just La Niña at work. The negative PDO and easterly QBO could still throw in surprises, like sudden Arctic blasts reaching farther south. That's why forecasts are about probabilities, not promises. The big picture, a classic La Niña split, but with wild cards that could shake things up. Stay tuned for how these patterns might play out in your area. Only a handful of places in the U.S. ever see 20 feet of snow in a season. These are the true snow capitals, where winter transforms the landscape into a world of white. For most Americans, a big snowstorm means a few inches, maybe a foot if you're lucky. But in these rare spots, snow piles up relentlessly, sometimes burying entire towns and cabins under drifts taller than a person. And they're almost all high-elevation mountain ranges, where cold air and moisture collide to create epic snowfalls year after year. These regions are shaped by geography and weather patterns that funnel storms right into their laps. The Sierra Nevada in California is the undisputed Snow King, a legendary range where winter storms can last for days and snow can fall so fast that roads and railways vanish beneath it. Storms here dump hundreds of inches on ski resorts like Lake Tahoe, drawing powder hounds from around the world and creating a winter wonderland that's both beautiful and challenging to live in. Mount Baker, Washington, holds the U.S. record for snowfall in a single season, an astonishing 95 feet in one season. That's enough snow to completely bury a 3-story building, and it's a testament to the power of Pacific storms slamming into the Cascades. The Great Lakes region is famous for lake effect snow, a unique phenomenon where cold Arctic air sweeps across the warmer lake waters, picking up moisture and turning it into heavy snow squalls. These squalls can last for hours, dumping snow on downwind towns, sometimes so quickly that roads become impassable and neighborhoods disappear under a blanket of white. In a single winter, some towns see hundreds of inches, with residents digging out cars and shoveling roofs just to keep up. The Rockies, Cascades, and northern New England mountains also rack up huge totals, with snow that fuels ski resorts, fills rivers, and shapes entire ecosystems. Especially in La Niña years, when weather patterns shift and storms become even more frequent, these mountains can see record-breaking snowpacks. For most towns, though, these epic numbers are out of reach. A few inches is enough to close schools and bring life to a standstill. But if you're looking for the deepest powder and the wildest winter scenes, keep your eyes on the northern mountains this season. They're likely to be the big winners for snow, once again reminding us just how extreme American winters can be. Could your town actually get buried under 20 feet of snow? For almost everyone, the answer is no. Most cities, Boston, Minneapolis, even Buffalo, average less than 100 inches a year. Hitting 240 inches would require a record-shattering anomaly, only possible in unique mountain or lake effect zones. Geography and elevation are key. Flatlands and rolling hills just don't have the setup for monster snow totals. This winter's La Niña forecast reinforces that. The southern U.S. will be warmer and drier, and even the snowier north won't see 20 feet. For most, the real threats are a few big storms, icy roads, and power outages, not a snowpocalypse. Focus on realistic risks, not disaster movie scenarios. Preparation for typical winter hazards is your best bet. Extreme snowfall and climate change are more connected than you might think. As the planet warms, many regions see more winter rain and shorter snow seasons. But a warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, so when it does snow, storms can be much more intense. This means fewer snow days in some places, but bigger, more powerful storms when conditions are right. In reliably cold, high-altitude areas, more moisture can actually mean more snow overall. So, some of the snowiest places are getting even snowier, even as others see less. The future? More winter weather volatility, mild years, then sudden historic blizzards. We can't rely on the past to predict what's next. preparation for a wider range of winter extremes is more important than ever. While 20-foot seasons are rare, history is packed with legendary storms that buried towns in days. The Great Blizzard of 1888 dropped up to 50 inches on the East Coast, with drifts over 50 feet high. The 1993 Storm of the Century paralyzed 26 states, dumping 60 inches in Tennessee and 43 in Syracuse. Lake effect events like Buffalo's Snowvember in 2014 brought 7 feet of snow to some neighborhoods in just days. These storms are reminders. When the right ingredients align, even modern cities can be overwhelmed. Meteorologists study these events to better predict and prepare for future megastorms. Technology helps, but nature's power still surprises us. A 5-foot storm is rare, but always possible. You don't have to wait for the news. Tracking winter storms is easier than ever. The National Weather Service at weather.gov is your go-to for official forecasts, watches, and warnings. Enter your zip code for detailed local updates and hazardous weather outlooks. Apps like OpenSnow use AI to give hyper-local, ski resort-level forecasts and real-time snow tracking. Learn the language. A winter storm watch means to prepare. A warning means take action. A blizzard warning means life-threatening conditions. Combine official sources with detailed apps for the best picture. Local TV meteorologists and their apps add crucial context. Cross-checking these tools helps you make smart, safe decisions. Stay informed, and you'll be ready for whatever winter brings. As winter approaches, the idea of a snowpocalypse can be daunting, but for most, it's not reality. The real story is a classic La Niña split snowier in the north, milder in the south. Knowledge is power. Use it to prepare, not panic. Check your emergency kit, stock up on essentials, and know where to get reliable forecasts. Preparation turns fear into confidence, whether you're facing a foot of snow or an ice storm. Respect winter's power, but don't let it rule you. Embrace the season, stay alert, and find some joy in the snow. With smart preparation, you can weather whatever this winter has in store.